got about 15 minutes, so I'm going to run through some of the Joe techniques quickly, just for basic warm-up practice, because we've been working with arms and hands. So I've got a Joe. A Joe, just conveniently, is about the same size as a broom handle. So if you have an old broom handle in your house and you don't have a Joe, you can take a Joe. So there's a few warm-ups we want to do to get ourselves ready. If you haven't done anything for a long time, your wrists are weak, this one is fine. So I call it the hammer action. So I'm holding the stick in the middle, and I'm just bringing it down as if I'm striking. So when you do these strikes, try again, strike down the center line. So on the camera, it looks like I'm hitting to the side. I must be trying to come down the center line. Okay, and obviously when you start swinging sticks around in the house, be careful you've moved everything out of the way. Roof fans like we have here can get hit easily. So position yourself so you're not whacking the ceiling. I don't want people blaming me for damaging their own property. So that's the strike action. Just warming up your wrists with a strike. If you get more power, you'll find the trick with the strike is to make it powerful and then stop, not hit the ground. So you can decide where you want it to stop: middle, high, low. Go down. Okay? And so these strike actions can be positioned in different ways. You can have it in front of you. Change. You're wondering what the screens are. That's not me, it's my children. So once I've done those basic warm-ups, we have the ones that we do in class a lot. So you find the middle of the stick. It's a bit like a paddling technique with a canoe. You're holding a canoe paddle. Okay, but I'm doing it with one hand. So I'm bringing my little finger over the top, and then bringing my thumb up on this side. So I'm leading with my thumb, coming back. Little finger leads, thumb leads. Little finger leads, thumb leads. So once I get the hang of this, I then meet it as it's passing my center. I meet by bringing my thumb to the back of my hand, and that's where I can exchange. 1, 2, 3, 4. Meet the back of my hand, change. 2, 3. Meet. 2. And then once you've got the action, so the idea is that my stomach or my center follows the jaw all the time. So as I turn this way, my center is turning this way. As I turn this way, center is turning this way. And then you can change and bring the other hand in. And remember, when you do these exercises, the tendency is to hold your breath. But at the moment with this whole virus thing, we have to think about breathing a lot. And the best thing you can do is to keep breathing. So you use your breath to control what you're doing. And then try and change from one hand to two hands, one hand, and alternate all the time. As I'm moving, I'm keeping a tight grip on the jaw. I'm not opening my fingers like this. Keeping a tight grip. Okay, and then, having done the hammer exercise earlier, we move our hand down. So I'm taking about a third of the stick. Okay, and then I'm using the hammer action this time, but because my arms are more warmed up, I drop the hammer down the side of my body and bring it up and over. 1, 2. Now if I was using two hands, again, the trick is to keep your grip tight and then tighten it as you finish. So if it loosens at all, it's tight when you finish. That's two hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other hand. So I'm moving to the side to allow so I don't hit the wall. With two hands, feels a bit strange. With two hands, this bottom grip becomes the power part. So the top hand becomes controlling the position. If I want to get it dead center on the screen, I'm using this part to control the movement. Okay, and then the other one is more like a nunchaka stick. So I'm starting with the same hammer action position with my jaw, not too close to the middle, down towards the end. Okay, this time that's about a third of the jaw length. This time up and over, as if I'm going to do a strike. Then I reach across my body to catch the jaw. So I'm now catching it on the other third, on the other end. And then I swing this up and then over the other shoulder and catch. So it becomes up, over, up, up. If you get this right, you hear a nice noise in the air as the stick accelerates. The same as when you strike. Okay, so itch, knee, and chi, go, lock, itch, punch, chew, chew. Yeah. So the trick is here, when I'm finishing this, both hands are gripping tight. This one is stretched quite a lot. So you feel a big stretch here, which is strengthening these forearm muscles, but also connecting your shoulder and your triceps. So if you do these well and keep the grip tight, it's very relaxing. You find your body feels soft now and open after days of sitting on the computer, slouched in front of the TV or whatever. Okay, one final one. Again with this striking action as a theme. So 1, 2. So I do 2 strikes, third strike under my arm, like a sergeant major in the army. Okay, then I reach over my shoulder, bring it down, 2 strikes under my arm, reach over. Once you get the hang of it, it's just 1 strike, 1 under your arm, 1 under your arm. reach over your shoulder, like you're doing a backward break fall. You're reaching behind your head, take the stick, and you bring it over. Basically a strike, but coming diagonally across your body. Diagonal under your arm, strike diagonally under your arm. And then once you've got the action, you can use a step. Then if you've got the space, you can do this across your garden as walking. You can also do this one across your garden walking. So it doesn't have to be static, standing still in your living room trying not to hit everything. So this last one, just a recap. Strike, strike, under your arm, reach over, diagonal cut, strike, strike, reach arm, diagonal cut. And then to finish, whether at this point of finishing, we can use this as a way of stretching our shoulder joint. So pull this, but don't let go at the back. So this is quite a nice stretch at the end when you finish. Under your arm over, and using the stick as a lever to lever my shoulder a bit. Okay, so that's the warm-up, which is